from Winthrop are here.
She'll have a short statement, and then we'll leave it at that. Thank you.
So as all of you know, yesterday, 2 innocent people lost their lives in the safe neighborhoods of Winthrop. We know for a fact that Ramona Cooper, 60 years old, a veteran, staff sergeant in our Air Force who was still involved with the military, was killed yesterday. She was shot 3 times in the back. We know that retired Massachusetts State Trooper David L. Green, who honorably served our Commonwealth for 36 years in law enforcement, was executed yesterday, shot 4 times in the head and 3 in the torso. And we know that the shooter was a 28-year-old named Nathan Allen. We have found in this very preliminary stage of this investigation, and law enforcement has been working round the clock together. Boston Police, Chelsea Police, Revere Police, Transit Police, and NEMLEC, the Northeast Massachusetts Law Enforcement Council, all came to help Winthrop here. That there is some troubling white supremacist rhetoric that was found in the hard police work that they did in this individual, Nathan Allen's own handwriting, writing anti-Semitic and racist statements against black individuals. We are in the preliminary stage. We will continue to work on this, and although these 2 people lost their lives yesterday and the threat has been terminated, this individual, Nathan Allen, will not hurt anyone else. These families deserve answers, and we will find out what happened here. I want to make sure that I do state that law enforcement stood in formation for retired Trooper David Green right where he laid after he was killed, and that law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders in Boston also lined the streets of Albany Street when the medical examiner drove Trooper Green's body back there. So this is a sad day. These 2 people protected our rights. They fought for us to be safe and to have the opinions that we have, and they were executed yesterday. And we will find out why and find out more about this man that did this. If I can answer questions, or if Chief, if you want to say anything at all before I do.
I just think, obviously we have no tolerance for hate in this community. There's an issue that myself and the district attorney have worked on in the past in this community. We'll continue to work on it as a community with the assistance of the town council and the support teams here. I do want to say that we've tasked the public health director to start working with the superintendent of schools for some community counseling sessions that we're hoping to get together for this next upcoming week. This is obviously a tragic event, a traumatic event, and a lot of people don't see those after effects for days or weeks to come. So I thank you for your partnership and the state police and my deputy chief for working through the night with his investigators. It's been a long 24 hours, and we want to thank the community for all their outpouring support. The food that they've been sending to the station was very grateful by the officers, and I'm happy to report my sergeant that was involved in this incident was released from the hospital. Thank you.
For DA Rollins, was Nathan Allen on your radar when it came to this specific context?
He was not on my radar. We will be reaching out to lots of different members of law enforcement. We do know he did have a license to carry, a lawful license to carry that had transferred from another town. Meaning he had nothing in his background check. But this person yesterday killed 2 people. And this started, the officer, the sergeant, apologies, from Winthrop that came upon this scene was responding to a car accident, he thought, because Nathan Allen stole a large truck and was headed this way over twice the speed limit. As you know, in Winthrop, or people, maybe none of you know in Winthrop, but right near here there are temples, right, where houses of worship for Jewish people are right around these corners. We don't know where he was going. That is mere speculation. We do know he had anti-Semitic rhetoric written in his own hand.
Is there some sort of plan that he was following, you think?
We can't speculate, sir, yet, but as we learn more, we promise we will tell you. Go ahead, ma'am.
I noticed that you used the term executed when you referred to the 2 victims who lost their lives. Do you believe they were targeted because of the color of their skin?
What I can tell you, ma'am, at this early stage is he walked by several other people that were not black, and they are alive. They were not harmed. They were exceptional neighbors and residents and citizens of Winthrop. Offered help because they thought this was an individual, Nathan Allen, that had just gotten in an accident, but they are alive, and these two visible people of color are not. So we will continue to look and see. We are so happy it was only, it is a tragedy that it was two people. It could have been many, many more. But what we are finding with the great police work of the Mass State Police and the Winthrop Police together, the more information we get, we promise we will update you.
Are you investigating this as a hate crime?
Well, we are, but remember the individual that we believe, and we will look into everything, we believe right now acted alone. We've been on the phone all night, myself, my first assistant, my chief of homicide, with the chief here in Winthrop, the Mass State Police, our sergeant detective, Colonel Mason, several others, to see what we could find. We will get answers there.
Thank you all very much.
All right.
DA Rollins, would you say that retired Trooper Green died a hero as he was running into the fray?
I think, absolutely. I wish he didn't. So he was heroic in the 36 years he gave to law enforcement, just as Ramona Cooper, serving our country in the Air Force, was a hero as well. It's just a really tragic day in Winthrop.
Thank you all.
Can I ask a question to the chief really quickly?
Yeah?
Sorry, chief.
He's pulling me. The chief is his own person.
I like to think we're all
I thought we
in
were
the
attached.
Yeah. The neighbors spoke effusively about your sergeant and about how they believe he saved many lives here. Is there anything that you want to add about his actions yesterday?
Well, no, obviously extremely heroic. He's a great police officer, he's a great sergeant, and he isolated a significant threat to this community and ended that threat. It's something that we don't wake up in the morning wishing to do. The person's not physically harmed, but we were emotionally harmed by our actions that are necessary to protect the community, and we want to make sure that he's taken care of today, tomorrow, and in the future.
Yeah, and at this preliminary stage, we heard that he, even after knowing this individual had killed two people, was still, this sergeant was commanding this person, please put your gun down, put your gun down. So we have to conduct a thorough investigation, and we will, but those are not the only two heroes today. This individual that saved many more lives in Winthrop. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.